Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Osama Shab. NDTV has accessed the West Bengal government report submitted before the Calcutta High Court. The 34-page report, it details out the scale of violence that ripped through Jangipur in Murshidabad district. Now, this report highlights an unruly mob of 4,000 to 5,000 people attacking the police and even looting the SDPO's weapon. How the police had to rescue its own officer and the kind of lethal weapons the mob was carrying, which left 2 dead amongst the Hindu families, and how they were specifically targeted. The High Court forms a committee to identify displaced persons, the extent of damage caused, and looks into the FIRs lodged by the victims. It also rejected the prayer for an NIA probe, leaving it to the centre to take suo motu cognizance. The court further added that central force deployment is also up to the centre if they deem fit. On the other hand, the West Bengal government countered BJP's demand for visiting the violence-hit Murshidabad, and the deployment of the central forces have been extended in the district.
My petition had 3 major points where I had prayers where I had asked for a restoration and rehabilitation of the victims. Second, where I have asked for a scheme which the state government should form for the victims as to how they will rehabilitate those victims. And till then, the state government should take care of the victims and ensure that they have a place to stay until they are provided with permanent houses. So all this was there, part of my prayer. I have also asked for an NIA investigation in the matter. But today the court has said that initially it is going to deal with the restoration rehabilitation. They'll be forming a committee which will be comprising of the National Human Rights Commission member, the SLSA member, and I think one from the Human Rights. And thereafter they will be taking up complaints of these victims. Yes, and the court has also ordered me to visit the victims. So I'm the only one who's allowed to go and visit the victims.
The state has filed the report, complete report. State has taken all steps. We have shown to the court from the report itself, police had taken every step against every community, every religion. Those who have taken law and order, against them steps have been taken. Nearly, Jangipur district is concerned, nearly 300 persons have been arrested and 60 cases have been lost. Rehabilitation process has been started. Already 135 families have been rehabilitated. Court has accepted that the allegations are all throughout West Bengal. There is a hue and cry and riotous situation is there. That is incorrect.
This is a 34-page report that was submitted by the West Bengal government before the Calcutta High Court Division Bench today, which was hearing a bunch of petitions in the Murshidabad violence case. And this is a factual report that has been submitted on behalf of the police. Now, if I can quote from this report, it goes on to highlight the kind of violence that spread across Murshidabad on 11th and 12th of April. I'm quoting the report. It says that a huge crowd, approximately 8,000 to 10,000, had started assembling at the PWD ground, out of which around 4,000 and 5,000 had moved towards the national highway. All of a sudden, the crowd had become unruly and started using filthy languages, and thereafter they had started throwing bricks, stones on police personnel and started assaulting police with lathi haswa, which is used for farming, a sharp weapon, and iron sticks and deadly weapons with intention to kill the police. The miscreants had also snatched the SDPO, the police's weapon, on the spot. The police had to go and rescue its own officers from a safe shelter. The mob had completely turned violent, and the police had to resort to using shells and open fire in the air. 314 shell, 137 rounds of rubber bullets were fired, 80 rounds of PAG, 30 rounds of hand grenades were used by the police personnel to disperse this unruly mob and the adjoining areas of Shajur More. Now, on the 12th of April, this report states that an agitated mob had gathered near Kanchantala Masjid and tried to vandalize some houses of Hindu families in Ghoshpara under Shamsherganj PS. This also goes on to say that 2 persons were killed, by the miscreants at Jafrabad under the Shamsherganj PS by the agitating mob. And, police was present here, but the unruly mob had also cornered the police. This report gives a clear picture of the violence that unfolded in Murshidabad. And based on this report, the Calcutta High Court has reserved its order on the Murshidabad violence. Of course, prohibitory orders still remain on ground. Internet remains suspended not just across Murshidabad but also in parts of Malda and Birbhum till 18th April. And this entire situation that has unfolded has, of course, put the Mamata Banerjee government on a political back foot, with the opposition, of course, cornering the Chief Minister and the Trinamool Congress here on the law and order situation on ground, considering law and order comes under the state government.
The Supreme Court has put on hold several provisions of the recently enacted Waqf Act for 7 days and directed the central government to maintain the status quo till the next hearing. The bench of Chief Justice of India, Sanjeev Khanna, and Justices Sanjay Kumar and K.V. Vishwanathan accepted Solicitor General Tushar Mehta's assurance that the government will not make appointments to the Central Waqf Council.
Ayes 128. Noes 95. The bill is passed.
The suspense over the fate of the Waqf Act prolonged by at least a week when a bench led by Chief Justice of India Sanjeev Khanna accepted the centre's assurance that the key provision of the Act will remain stayed till further orders. The top court's intervention has not only ensured an interim protection of the Waqf properties but also has paused inclusion of non-Muslims to the Waqf board and councils.
Central Waqf Council and the State Waqf Boards will not be constituted. Waqf by user cannot be deleted. I still call this law as unconstitutional, as violating the fundamental rights.
सरकार ने आकर कहा कि जो भी हम किसी किस्म का कोई रजिस्ट्रेशन हम नया नहीं करेंगे, कोई छेड़छाड़ नहीं करेंगे, जो वक्त बाय यूज इस्तेमाल होती आई हैं प्रॉपर्टियां वो रहेंगी.
Solicitor General Tushar Mehta urged the top court to not take any harsh steps on prima facie reading of the law and sought 1 week's time to file a preliminary response to the pleas against the newly amended Waqf law. A bench comprising of Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna, Justices Sanjay Kumar and K.V. Vishwanathan also recorded the government's assurance that no appointments in the central Waqf councils and boards will be made in the meantime. The Solicitor General Tushar Mehta said that the government won't denotify Waqf by deed and Waqf by user properties till the next hearing.
An order welcomed by the petitioner also saw the bench say that it was not possible to hear multiple pleas and it will only allow 5 petitioners in this case. It is now up to the petitioners to decide who will argue in the case.
Reactions from political parties were quick to flow in. Both the Congress and the Samajwadi Party used the order to hit out at the government over its minority record.
It's not about minorities called Muslims. It's about a messaging. It's about a message that minority institutions are fair game for state takeover.
जो टिप्पणियां हो रही हैं, क्योंकि भारतीय जनता पार्टी मनमानी करती है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी मन विधान से देश को चलाना चाहती है, संविधान से नहीं चलाना चाहती, मन विधान से चलाना चाहती है. अब उम्मीद सुप्रीम कोर्ट पर है.
After some tough questions to the centre on the Waqf Act, the Supreme Court has finally decided to hear the centre, but until then, as they have promised, to continue to keep on hold certain provisions of the Waqf Act till they finally decide on the matter. With Nupur Dogra, Sunil Prabhu, NDTV.
Amid the ongoing protests by the Congress and the Trinamool Congress against the newly enacted Waqf Amendment Act, the Tripura unit of the ruling BJP has announced a statewide counter-campaign to raise public awareness, especially among minority Muslim communities. The campaign, titled Waqf Sudhar Jan Jagran Abhiyan, is set to start from the 20th of April. It aims to highlight the revolutionary reforms brought by the BJP-led NDA government at the centre by the Waqf Amendment Act.
वक़्फ़ बोर्ड का जो बिल अभी लेके आया है वो गरीब मुसलमान के हित में है और जो कुछ गिने चुने मुस्लिमों का सरदार बने बैठे हुए हैं जो कि वोट बैंक में इनके साथ दे के राजनीतिक वोट बैंक की व्यवसाय करता है, इनके लिए दिक्कत है, वो इनके साथ है, इसलिए ये सब इनके द्वारा प्रायोजित किया जाए।
In a major relief for 25,000 sacked Bengal teachers, the Supreme Court has allowed them to continue teaching until the 31st of December this year. That is till the fresh selections happen. Stressing that the students must not suffer, the Supreme Court said that West Bengal teachers whose appointments were cancelled earlier this month due to irregularities in recruitment can continue to teach till the fresh selection process is completed. The Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has reacted to it and said that the state government stands firmly with the teachers.
এটা তো একটা স্বস্তির বড় স্বস্তির খবর এবং একটা স্বস্তি যখন হয় তখন ভবিষ্যতের স্বস্তিও তার উপরে নির্ভর করে। সুতরাং আমি টিচারদের অনুরোধ করব ভালো করে মন দিয়ে ক্লাস করুন, মন দিয়ে কাজ করুন, চিন্তা করবেন না, আমরা আপনাদের সহসাথী সমব্যথী এবং সহসাথী। আপনাদের বেদনা হলে আমাদেরও বেদনা লাগে।
An active shooter has been reported on Florida State campus in Tallahassee. An active shooter was reported Thursday on the Florida State University campus in Tallahassee, according to the school's alert system. A nearby hospital, it also says that it is treating people affected by the shooting. Sarah Cannon, a spokesperson with the Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, she said that the hospital cannot yet confirm the number of people in care and said that the details are still unfolding. The police were on the scene at the university on the way around noon. This is what the officials have said. The students and the faculty, they were instructed to continue to seek shelter and await further instructions. And my colleague Mohammad Ghazali joins us on the phone line to get us more on this. Ghazali, has there been an alert issued by the authorities yet?
Alert has been issued. Students and staff who are not in the university region right now, they have been asked to stay away. While those inside the university have been asked to stay indoors and not to loiter around. The police has reached the university campus and is still the shooter is still active. There is no confirmation as of now that how many people are injured, but the nearby hospital has reported rightly said that they are treating. But information sources are confirming that around 4 people are injured and there could be more, but the exact number has not yet been quoted by any source or any official at this spot right now.
All right, Mohammad Ghazali, thank you very much for getting us all the details in that story. The Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar has criticized the judiciary, questioning the delay in investigating a judge's cash scandal and expressing concerns about judicial powers. He emphasized that judges cannot order the president and urge transparency in such probes, saying, and I quote, "Let the can of worms come out in public." Mr. Dhankar's remarks have sparked debate, highlighting tensions between the judiciary and the government.
An event happened on the night of 14th and 15th of March in New Delhi at the residence of a judge, one of our institutions to which people have looked up always with highest respect and deference, was put in the dock. It is now over a month. Even if it is can of worms, even if there are skeletons in the cupboard, time to blow up the can, time for its lid to go out, and time for the cupboard to collapse. Let the worms and skeletons be in public domain so that cleansing takes place.
Karnataka cabinet held key meetings to discuss the findings of the decade-old socio-economic survey. The meet is on in the midst of sharp reactions to the survey from a large section of the Congress's Lingayat and Vokaliga MLAs. Over 55 of the Congress's 137 MLAs are from the two dominant blocks of Karnataka polity, and there is a demand to sidestep the survey from the religious and political leadership of the two communities. The cabinet could consider negating the issue by referring the report to a subcommittee and thereby delaying any action on it further. The 2015 survey has been a politically delicate issue, as the survey findings could threaten the status quo in the state's power equations. Now, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, D.K. Shivkumar, he belongs to the OBC Vocaliga caste, and the Chief Minister, Siddaramaiah, he represents the Ahindu Social Coalition, which is a counter to the power of the Vocaligas and Lingayat sect in the state. While we wait for the cabinet decision after a discussion on the report, there are some of the earlier reactions from earlier in the day.
Right now, give us more clarity. What did you have to say particularly in this cabinet meet? Because many leaders, especially your community leaders, kept raising objections for the last several years, including the last couple of days.
See, basically, what all the information the community leaders have got, I don't know. But the information, what the people are, it's there in the mind. It should be cleared.
Okay.
So what all the information the department has, and the information they are going to give it to the people, public, and you can see the report. If anything,
so what's in the report? So you're saying the Lingayat community doesn't need to be need apprehension?
Not only Lingayat, not only Vakaligas, not only backward class, nothing like that. All the report will be clear through, and it will be open.
So just give us one clarity, sir. The biggest concern was that the numbers of the Lingayats is being projected much lower in this survey. Is it or is it not?
No, it's not like that.
Okay.
See, for example, I will tell you in Sada community, they have showed 65,000 people in Sada Lingayat.
Okay.
Hindu Sadaru is shown 1,40,000.
Okay.
So that has to be adjusted.
Okay.
How, which side it has to go and all. So that they have to give the clarify.
Okay.
The department has to clarify.
Okay.
So like that all the communities are there.
So what's this next meeting about? Is it for seeking more clarity? Is it to seek the opinion of the ministers?
No. Now all the district administration or taluk administration, they are going to go through the detailed reports, and you can also have a report in your street. How many houses are there? You can also have the census.
So it will be made public.
Yeah, it's going to make public.
So this is decided in the cabinet to make it public?
Next cabinet we are going to finalize everything.
But now it's not been finalized to make it public or not?
Now all the reports, it's in the CD, and that's going to come out now.
It is going to come out, so people will have access to this caste survey now?
Yeah.
Okay. तो दिया गया था कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स को तो नेगेटिव कमेंट्स ना किया जाए क्या ये सर्वे के ऊपर या रिपोर्ट के ऊपर?
नहीं, जबकि कंप्लीट ही नहीं हुआ तो नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव की बात ही नहीं आती। अभी जब
लेकिन बहुत सारे कमेंट्स तो हो रहे थे, एमएलएस भी कमेंट्स कर रहे थे।
लोगों को डाउट है, वो अभी पूरा कंप्लीट रिपोर्ट ही नहीं आया, बाहर से लोग दिल में जो आया वही बता रहे, मगर ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। जब पूरा कंप्लीट आएगा ना, और उसको गलत रूट पे लेके जा रहे, कास्ट सेंसस बोल के, कास्ट सेंसस नहीं है वो, सोशली इकोनॉमिकली और एजुकेशनली उसके लिए वो सर्वे हुआ है, और अभी उसको कंप्लीट होने के लिए शायद 2 वीक लगेंगे। सभी मंत्री और सभी लोगों का
अपॉर्चुनिटी चाहिए,
सभी को अपॉर्चुनिटी चाहिए।
मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी का नंबर्स क्या करेक्टली दिखाया गया है ये सर्वे में?
नहीं, एज इट इज़ बताया गया है, जो पिछले 10 साल पहले था आज भी वही बताया गया है। हमारा ओपिनियन है कि तो ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, 10 साल के बाद ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, और वो 10 साल पुराना सर्वे है। कुछ
फायरवर्क्स नहीं थे कैबिनेट का, बिकॉज बहुत सारे एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे कि स्पेशली वोकलिगा और लिंगायत के जो मंत्री हैं थोड़े मुद्दे उठाएंगे, क्योंकि उनके कम्युनिटी से बहुत सारा प्रेशर था।
नहीं, अपना ओपिनियन दिए हैं, तो उसके लिए फिर इसके लिए नेक्स्ट वीक तक फिर से स्टडी करके जो है करेक्ट आंकड़े लेके बात करना।
A floral tribute to the late Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M. Karunanidhi, by the state's Minister for Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowments has sparked off a sharp reaction from BJP leaders like Annamalai. The tribute on the late Chief Minister's memorial had the state emblem, and the BJP claims that that was not acceptable, as the veteran DMK leader was a self-declared atheist. The DMK, though, has hit back sharply at the BJP.
A floral decoration with a temple twist on the memorial of late Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi. Among the petals, a blow-up of the Sri Villiputtur temple, which is also the state emblem, was put up by Minister Shekhar Babu, in charge of the Hindu temples, on a day he sought grants in the State Assembly. BJP leader Annamalai stirred up a controversy, claiming this was an insult to Hindus, as he says Karunanidhi was a self-declared atheist.
This is height of arrogance. Hindu religious department has placed portrayed a temple gopuram on the burial place, graveyard. Is it not a nonsense? I think the Chief Minister has to, apologize for this, for hurting the sentiments of Hindus, and immediately order the removal of the same. Otherwise, once again it will be proved, exposed that DMK is an anti-Hindu party.
The ruling DMK argues what's wrong in the state emblem being used and emphatically refutes that the party is anti-Hindu.
This is the symbol of the state government, and the minister, HRNC minister's demands for grants is coming for a discussion today. Every year he is doing this. He is putting up the symbol of the state government in that place. That's all. And can Annamalai say that no, this is not the symbol of the state government? And we are not insulting Hindus. We are the only party in India, the Dravidian movement, which was started with only one single purpose of supporting 90% of the Hindus who were treated as backward classes and scheduled castes. How can they say that we are anti-Hindus?
Amid the Sanatan Dharma controversy, is the ruling DMK going out of its way to demonstrate it's not anti-Hindu? Well, this is not the first time the minister has done this. Is the BJP communalizing this ahead of elections next year? In Chennai, with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find TV.
India's Ministry of External Affairs has strongly criticized Pakistan's army chief over his comments on Kashmir, stating that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India. The MEA questioned how a foreign entity could claim Kashmir as its jugular vein. This, in fact, reaction follows Pakistan Army Chief's assertion that Jammu and Kashmir is Pakistan's jugular vein, a remark that India sees as unacceptable.
Our stance on Kashmir is absolutely clear. It was our jugular vein. It is our jugular vein. We will not forget it. And we will not leave our Kashmiri brethren in their heroic struggle, what they are waging against the Indian occupation.
How can anything foreign be in there in a jugular vein? This is a union territory of India. Its only relationship with Pakistan is the vacation of illegally occupied territories by that country.
US President Donald Trump has said that there will be 100% be a tariff deal with the European Union. The comment came during a meeting with the Italian Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, the first European leader to meet with Trump since he announced then paused 20% tariffs on European exports. Wrapping up the public portion of their talks, Trump said making a deal with Europe or anyone else won't be difficult because, and I quote, "we have something that everybody wants."
Well, I'm here exactly to work for make the West stronger. For I believe in the West unity, and I think simply we have to talk and find ourselves.
She believes in the president.
Also, and find ourselves in the best middle way to grow together. That's why I'm here. So, if I wouldn't think it's a reliable partner, I wouldn't be here.
We have a very good relationship. Together and as countries, we have a very good relationship. Oh, there'll be a trade deal, 100%. Oh, well, you think there won't be? Of course there'll be a trade deal, very much. They want to make one very, very much, and we're going to make a trade deal. I fully expect it, but it'll be a fair deal.